Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning from Asakusa in Tokyo. You might notice something a little different out there today. I'm not quite sure. Oh, actually, look at that. In the bottom left corner there, you can just see our tile. We're up on the third floor here, and on the top of the second floor, we have what's called an onigawara, a devil tile. Kawara are the tiles, the roof tiles, and we've got an onigawara at the top of our second floor. We're looking at the back of it. You can just see his horns sticking up. And the reason the camera view is a little bit different is I've switched the cameras today. You know, we've been having trouble with the focus on our indoor camera, the one that's on my desk. So today, just as an experiment, I've switched them. I put the indoor camera outside, and it's got a different lens and a different field of view and a different focal length and stuff like that. So we're getting a bit of a different view of the street. I think we're missing a bit of the distance up there towards Don Quixote. And the other way around, on my desk here, we have the camera that was formerly the outside camera. This is an, oops. Yeah, it would help to plug it in. Switch one devil for another devil. No. I checked it before I went to the pool and came back from the pool a few minutes ago. So we'll see. This camera is the one that was formerly outside. So we're trying a bit of a switch today. It seems if we zoom out, zoom in, it seems to behave itself. We'll see how it goes. Pool story. What are you talking about pool stories? Already you're asking for pool stories. There's an update, but there's no drama. Please, please. No drama. What have I done? What have I started? There's an update on the pool, on the actual swimming situation. There's no update on the bath. I had my nice hot bath this morning. Work first, work. What have I created? Okay, let's get some work done first. Okay, let me, where's the sample picture? Here is our sample. We are doing the print that is called Home. It's going to be 10 impressions all together. And we have finished, is it 3 of them or 4 of them? 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I've done 4 of them. Just let me get a piece of paper so we can check and see. Key block, blue, blue. Here's where we're up to so far. Now there's 5 of them. I've done 5. I've done the black key, 2 blues in the sky, a base blue and an outline blue, and then 2 of the tones. You can see the tone in the screen here. It goes under everything, and then a slightly darker shadow block. It looks a bit different. We're sort of putting in shadows before the main colors go in. And today we're going to do the green, and this is going to be a transformative color on this print because, well, you'll see when we get going. Green appears as itself as green. It also tints some of the blue into a deeper green, and it tints some of the brown into a deeper color. So the green here is a multitasking block. That's one reason why I put that brown in first. And I haven't tested this. I just got the green. I mixed it up last night before I went to bed, just as the last thing I did, and it may or may not be accurate. Let's see. And we've got a hell of a breeze coming through here today. That's a nice print as it is. Well, not yet. Okay, you're talking about the pool. Dave adapts his swim technique and is now matching lap times with the pro swimming guy. No, you're partly accurate here. I am adapting my technique. Different people have been giving me different hints. Shave a bit off my time, but I am in no way competing with the Speedo guy in the next lane. He's Olympic style stuff. He's blowing everybody out of the water. I want to try and keep up a little bit better with the pace lady in my own lane. That's the goal here at the moment. And when was the last update? Monday. I gave you a stream, and it turned out that I had egg on my face because I had gone to the pool not remembering that it was closed on the 14th of each month. So I had to postpone my little test of my new techniques. Tuesday I went, and Wednesday and Thursday. Tuesday I went, and she wasn't there. That's kind of good because it gave me, after the break, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, it gave me a break to sort of practice a bit and think about the things I'd learned. I didn't do any timing, no testing, just it gave me a good chance to get that stuff warmed up. Wednesday, yesterday, the lady was there, my pace lady. And this is Dave's big test of some of these the new stretching thing that Sadago gave me, and somebody else was talking about the cupped hand and whatever. So she was in the pool first, as always. The ladies are always, they don't change. They've got their swimsuits on underneath, I guess. They just whip their clothes off and jump in the pool. Guys like me, we have to actually get changed or whatever. So by the time I get to the pool at 7:02 or 7:03, by the time I get to the water, she's in there. So this is Dave's big test. Can I keep up with her today? So I waited, and she was coming towards me. I let her go by. I wait till she gets to the other end. I get in, and boom, this is now our time test. And I matched her. I kept up. The first few lengths, actually, I started to gain on her. And I thought, Dave, this is not the way it's supposed to go. Relax, relax, relax. And yeah, I remembered, she, like any sensible person, the first few 1, 2, 3, 4 takes it easy, warm up, and then powers up a bit. So yeah, so I did the same thing. Dave, take it easy, just match, just match. When she crosses that red line halfway down, you should be crossing that red line halfway down. And long story short, I can report that I kept up the pace. Not only did she not pass me, but I got an equals. By the time I had finished my 40 lengths, not 40 laps, 40 lengths, just a second. Which pair are we going to use? Chattomate, chattomate. Where is it? It's the greenery. Is there anything at the bottom? No. Oh yes, there is a book. A book. The greenery and the leaves. Just a second, I forget the story. I gotta get this right. Oh, we are looking okay. It's a bit too weak. You can see the idea. It's going to change some of the blues here. It's going to come on top of the leaves here. That's way too weak, so let's put it back in. We'll get back to the story then. So just I was able to keep up with her, but it's a little bit more. It took it out of me. And I've told you before, when I get to the end of my kilometer, normally I just get out of the water, stroll away, and there we are. When I got out of the water on Wednesday morning, I was tuckered. I was tuckered. Maybe this is good, maybe this is bad. No, it can go deeper. It's a bit confusing because we have more greens coming. There's another blue block later coming on top of part of the distant mountains. So this green has to be a bit more bluish. I think that's closer. We have a sample. Chiharu-san left sample sheets of the coloring that she used for her version of this print. Test. More blue. Okay, I think we're okay. It's a bit hard to tell because up on the leaves, The leaves we've got now don't look like the leaves on the sample, but there's another blue block. One more of the sky blocks is coming on top of the leaves. So I can't test this. The zone we're looking at for a test would be this area right in front of her shoulder. That's the area matching here. There's another blue coming later. And here, down at the fields, that's the area we should be matching here. So this is the target zone to match that. I think we're pretty close. Let's roll. Okay, this is worn out. This backing sheet I've been using for all of yesterday, it's become wet, it's become soggy, and it's become too thin. It's worn out. Someone's asking, is paper out? Yes, paper is out, although there are no yellow dots on the fridge today. Ayumi-san was supposed to come Monday, canceled because she didn't feel well. Supposed to come Tuesday, canceled because she didn't feel well. Was supposed to come Wednesday, canceled because she didn't feel well. She wasn't supposed to be here today, but an email said, take my paper out, please. So I think Ayumi-san should be coming here today. We'll see. But yes, thank you for checking. Thank you for checking. I'm not sure the truck downstairs. I don't think that's the vegetable truck. The vegetable truck has no windows on the side panel. I think that's something else. Okay, let's get some work done. A white thin hair, where'd that come from? Okay, today's plan. It will be simply just this one color printing. There's nothing specific to break. We do have a show and tell. I've got a couple of items standing by, kind of interesting items. There's also, I guess, a bit of an update on the paper. This is Murata-san's new heavy paper. And it is indeed turning out to be a challenge to print it. Because it's so thick and heavy, there needs, of course, quite a heavy pressure. And that means the sizing has to be strong. And I think in retrospect, I didn't get the sizing quite strong enough on this batch. Because we're getting a little bit of feathering here and there. And also, when I rubbing on the back, I need that extra sheet to protect the paper. I'm having to rub so hard with this paper because it's so thick that it's starting to abrade on the back. So I could have maybe put stronger dosa on the back side. A short, quick, easy fix is to use this protective sheet. It's going to take me a while to figure out how to actually use this stuff. There's another aspect to it as well, and we can tell. One sheet the other day, normally when we make mistakes or when there's a defect, we leave the sheet in the stack and just let it roll through. But yesterday, I made a mistake with something and I had to pull one sheet out, not to leave it in. I dripped on the back of it. Pochomp. I dripped sweat on the back of it. And that would not be normally a big deal. A bit of water, a bit of salt, whatever. Nobody would notice. But actually it's oil. And dripping on the back of it, I left it in the stack. And when I came through to the next color, found out that the oil was already starting to spread through the paper. Now, this is really, really dangerous. If you leave anything, like if I get a drop of oil from my camellia oil stick, if I get oil on my finger, get it on one sheet of paper, put it in the stack, it transfers to the next sheets. So this was a mistake. I should have pulled that out right away. A bit of it did transfer to the next one, but not visible. But there it is. So yesterday, after I noticed this, when it was coming through the second time, ooh, what's that? That's right where my sweat dropped. Boom, pull it out. You don't think of sweat as being oily, but I guess it is. You know, you're dripping sweat, salt, water, and all the oil and stuff on your skin. But there it is. There's an actual oil mark on the paper. So this one got pulled out. So there's only now 99 sheets of paper. There's a song in there somewhere, 99 sheets of paper. But this gives me a chance. This is one that is now, quote, finished. It's a piece of the heavy paper. This is how heavy this paper is. Not up at the top, because this is the edge of the print, the selvage. We can now test a place that is from the middle of the sheet. Just touch. Ouch. Ouch. This is supposed to be 24. We're getting 32 as a reading. Let me go ahead to the click stage, just so that we're sure. There we go. We got a click. 31. Come on, focus. You can do it. Bingo. 31. It's supposed to be 2.4, which would be 0.24 of a millimeter. This is 0.31. That's like 30% too thick. This is not just a little bit heavy. This is 30% too thick. I know it's oiled, the plastic sheet, and I'm trying to keep, this is a very, very, very damp environment. I've got a little bit of oil on that thing, and I just want to keep it wrapped up in its slightly oily plastic bag. So I'm not being, I'm not trying to keep the thing, whatever. We're living in a very, very rusty environment here at Mokuhankan. So it stays in its slightly oiled plastic bag. So yeah, we got to go and talk to her. We absolutely have to go and talk to her. For someone who just is asking there, of course, the printed areas would become very much thinner. Where I tested was on the edge of the sheet, an area that has not been pressed. But there is one thing, that paper has been moistened. So it's fluffed up with water and then dried out. So it could be fluffed up a little bit and not exactly as thin as it could be. So this is not the good test. The best test is after sizing it, before moistening it for printing, then we have a go. And it won't be 31, it'll be 30 or 29 or something. But it is moist. Moist, it's thick. Too many conversations at the same time, sorry. Blah, 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 blah. The oil on the caliper comes onto my fingers, goes onto another print. It's not that oily, but whatever, yes. Would calendaring the paper thin it out? The next time I do one of these, next month, this is DF number 7, the 7 print, I'll be doing DF8 absolutely. Before I do the next one, I'm going to run this through the press. Absolutely, absolutely, absolutely. All of us, we're going to do this. We are now going to start pressing this paper before we use it. It's simply just too hard work. We have enough to last to the end of the year. And I got to go and talk to her before she makes any more for us. We have to sort this out. It's still wonderful paper, you know. It's magnificent, strong, beautiful, rich paper. We're not sort of dissing the paper here. It's just a question of the specifications that we want. The paper itself is glorious. So too far and go the other way and go too thin. I've been through that with the Iwano people years ago, you know, the same thing. I'd get a batch of paper from them. We're talking back in the 1990s or whatever, you know. I'd get a batch of paper and say, oh, that's just right. You know, I'd phone them and say, thank you, paper arrived, looks good, looks good. And then one batch would arrive and I'd say, it's a tad on the thick side, you know. And then the next batch, 6 months later, would be tissue paper, and of course. Have we ever tried printing the Kagurazaka print from Noet, from the Doihanga? No. Doihanga has 2 Kagurazaka designs, one by Koitsu and one by Noet. And at the time, this is a few years ago, at the time we were working on the Doi blocks, when we had printing capability, we did a number of the Doi prints, but we didn't take on the Kagurazaka one. Couple of reasons. One, we were just busy with the other ones. We were taking the Doi catalog one by one as we worked into it. And the reason we avoided it at the first is that is one very, very tough, very complicated print. So we took the Doi catalog and we took something that were simpler and more straightforward to understand. Mount Fuji designs, things like this. We left the Kagurazaka design for later. Oh, it's Ayano-san. So that's what I was thinking. Just leave the paper in the freezer today because of the visit, but I got to do a stream. Come say hello. You're here this far, so.
I got tea for the guests.
Oh yes, thank you. Good. You're 2 steps ahead of me. You're a little bit too. Hold it up there. Sit down. Come say.
この暗号のままで大丈夫です。おはようございます。So I totally forgot that it was.
Yeah, Thursday. So I didn't forget, but when I was
didn't
talking,
forget.
no.
Let's
When I
take
was
this.
no. Oh, so I wasn't downstairs. Yeah. So.
Okay.
This paper is so thick. So thick.
Yeah, you remind me every day.
I know
how thick the paper is. Is it going well though?
Yeah, printing is okay, but it's I'm sort of whatever. Back to the pool story. I did really well at the pool on Wednesday. But
yesterday.
Yeah, but today I'm like, she wasn't there today, and I was really happy she wasn't there because I had to take it easy today. I was 2 deep colors yesterday, and I was struggling this morning in the pool. So I was very happy that she didn't show up today. So.
I thought she was there every day.
She has been. And look, the thing is, it's the summertime. I know, whatever. I don't know anything about family people. There's kids at home from school and all kinds of stuff. So there's the whole summer schedule at the pool. I mean, me too. I go to Ome a couple of days a week and stuff like this. So there's people
right,
off and on, and times change. So it's whatever, maybe so. So at the beginning of summer, once the autumn comes, it'll settle back.
Okay.
He says, I understand. Grab a baron. Here you go. Get started. Hey, but how kids and stuff? Whatever. Family and stuff.
Yeah, I think our family is well. We're going to camp this weekend.
Hey, camping,
Yeah,
really?
first time camp.
With the baby? He's not a baby, he's one.
He's 1 year old.
One
yeah,
now, is he? So
yeah, he
so-
turned 1 like 2 weeks ago.
You're going camping, car camping?
Well, we're gonna drive there, but just normal tent.
No, what I mean, the car parks and you put the tent beside the car. You don't hike 6 miles up and then put the tent in.
Not like that. Yeah, this is
Not
the
with
first
the,
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
so
okay. So.
we chose somewhere.
Okay. Somewhere
like-
cool.
I guess so. In Chichibu, northern
Yeah,
Saitama.
yeah,
Hopefully, it's
yeah.
gonna be cool.
Hanno. Up in Hanno.
Up north, so farther.
Is the weather okay? I thought it was like typhoon threat.
I
and
think
stuff.
it's
Is
gone.
something?
I'm not quite sure about the current weather
Yeah.
here in Tokyo, but I think it's gone and it's gonna be sunny this weekend, sunny and hot.
So shop's going to be busy then.
I guess so. And the big event coming this weekend. So. I mean next Monday.
The big event.
You gotta write.
What have I forgotten? Oh,
Yes,
work.
I
You mean?
know.
Oh, yeah. Okay, no. I thought something panic. What have I forgotten? She says the big event. She's talking about my homework. That's all, So.
Just keep reminding.
Yep. Okay.
Okay,
Hello?
Jack, if there's anything you want me to prepare for the guests.
No, I think we're okay. Thank you, Alessandra. Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
okay.
Thank you. She's talking about an event. What she's referring to, of course, in-house, the girls have been preparing now for a couple of weeks. We're doing another flea market matsuri, and it'll go live, I think, if I get my preparation done, it'll go live Sunday evening. We'll put the pages live and go live Sunday. Going Monday evening Japan time is when it will go live. So Monday morning, I think, for most of the people out in the different parts of the world. And they've prepared this time. They've prepared hundreds of prints. Hundreds of prints. Still too sticky on the back. Yeah, it's been a year. The kid's a year old. Crazy. She's also, you heard her mention, there's a guest coming today. And I didn't mention this before, and I don't want to talk about it too much, and I don't want to make a big deal. Quite a lot of things. I mentioned something on the screen here, and it becomes, oh my God, it becomes a monster, pool stories or whatever. We have a guest coming today, a visitor coming today at my request. A young man who works in Tokyo and has been working in Tokyo for quite a long time as a printer. I've talked to him before. He knows who we are. He knows what's going on. There's nothing dramatic here. Don't sit there and think, oh my God, there's a printer coming to talk to Dave. It's not really specifically a job interview. He already knows we exist. I've already talked to him many times over the years about doing work for us. And in previous conversations like that, he has always demurred. Sorry, Dave, I'm full up. I have obligations to the people who train me. I can't just run away from my current workshop. Thanks for the interest, but no thanks. Very pleasant young man, but with many, many obligations already in this field. But I phoned him up last week for a couple of reasons. One is because, well, because maybe the story will be different. But also I want to talk to him with a bit of a slightly different approach. He's getting a bit older. He's moving up. I was going to say, it's a bit difficult to say. He's moving up through the ranks, whatever, over in the roster of classical craftsmen in Tokyo. And he's actually now starting to get to the age where he will become a more important person in that group. He will be yakuin, maybe he will be the administrator of the kumiai, maybe he'll be kumicho one day or something like this, whatever. He's getting more and more bonded and more obligated with the traditional craftsmen's associations and things like this. They are struggling to grow their organization and to keep it going and to find printers. Mokuhankan is struggling also to find printers. So I just simply want to meet this young man again today, and of course talk about our own workshop and our own printing needs, but also with a wider viewpoint to see if there's some way that our group here and his group over there can maybe move forward in a bit of a more sensible way as far as growing the base of people who work in the craft. There's a couple of sticking points right away. the groups that are involved out there, the what's it called? 伝統木版長州技術保存会とか there's different groups out there for the preservation of the craft. And a number of those groups take money from the Japanese government, from the bunkacho, the culture ministry, for things like training people or having exhibitions or doing this or doing that. And David's pride or silly pride or common sense or ethics, whatever word you want to apply to it, Dave has never been involved and will never be involved in taking government money, government grants, government stuff like that. I don't think the government should be involved in this whatsoever. If people like me want to grab onto this old craft and play with it and maybe see if it's relevant, it's up to me and my followers and supporters and customers. It's not up to the government to decide this needs preserving, take somebody else's tax money and give it to me. So we don't do that, and we never have and we never will. But the young man who's visiting today, his organization is very much involved with accepting and asking for and using government grants. Hasn't worked for anything, but that's another story, whatever. So the point being today, he's a very personable young man. He's a smart boy. He's a super printer. He's coming for lunch and to chat, and I'm going to try and bring him up to date on what we're doing. And we're just going to shoot the breeze together, whatever the word is, and see if there's some way that maybe somehow we can find some common ground to do something. So if I simply said to you today, I'm having an interview with a young printer today, that's sort of a misleading story. And then everybody's going to ask, what day is he going to start work? That's almost certainly not going to happen today. Okay, the first 12 are done. Let's move on. There's, as I said, 100, almost 100 sheets in here. I guess it's 99 now. Broken up into 4 groups, 2 stacks each. How's our time? 8:37. Very slow going. It's also, we might have mentioned this before, whatever, When Dave goes for lunch, whatever, I go for the 7-Eleven, grab something, bring it back and eat it at my desk here, of course, every now and then. And this happened, was it Monday or Tuesday? I can't remember. It might have been Monday. I was kind of actually crabby. Sunday night had been really tough doing the key block work. There had been a bunch of auctions, things hadn't gone well. I was up really, really later than I should have been Sunday night. And Monday I was crabby. I had done a stream, I guess. Maybe, I don't think, stream probably I was a normal persona, I don't know. But when the stream was over, I was kind of like, Jesus, just whatever, I need a break or something. But I didn't get a break. People came and business started and whatever. But it's pretty clear, I think I was crabby to some of the staff on Monday morning. And I think they were even warning each other. Watch out for Dave, keep out of his way. Another hair. Mm-hmm. Policeman news. Policeman news. What are you asking policeman? You mean the ninja? I think there's nothing dramatic here. They were clearly warned to stop parking their motorcycle on the street. I hadn't even thought about that, but a motorcycle, I guess, counts as a vehicle. And there's absolutely no parking on this street. Absolutely. Might be getting a bit too dark. This green and that green are going to match, and I might be getting a bit too dark. I'm not sure. Again, it's the area down there. Well, maybe I'm okay. This area and that area, which should match. Other blues are coming. Someone says, is there something hanging beside the camera that's flailing in the wind? No, but there are flags out there. I'm not sure what you're referring to. There's a tree at the bottom right. Tree at the bottom right. An onigawara, the tile at the bottom left. A flag center left. It's out on the light post. You can see another flag over on the right. Is there something else? There's an umbrella on top of the camera because it was raining when I set up the camera this morning. Bottom left, somebody says. If you see it again, someone says the farthest mountain should be lighter. Come on, this is a picture. This is not. Here's the finished. The farthest mountain has hinoki trees. The mountain on the right has cedar trees. Different kind of green. Flyfish. Different kind of tree. This is come to, I'm laughing at you there, but actually absolutely, if you go by a Japanese countryside view like this, different landowners are treating their mountains different way. And literally there will be cedar trees on one, hinoki on another, zokibayashi on another. And then also, as you move down the road, because the trees in many cases are lined up, the green value and the light value changes as you move down the road. So the idea there that one of those mountains is a slightly deeper green than the others is not in any way. Look at the math guy that visited the shop in 2023, 2 years ago, is past my sell-by date. I'm sorry, I don't remember. The math guy. I'm sorry not to be dense or impolite, but that doesn't trigger anything. I'm sorry. There are an awful lot of guests, and maybe math or whatever might be a topic. Are you a school teacher or? I'm sorry not to remember, excuse me. The math guy. The bowls. This bowl is pigment. This bowl is paste. And this bowl is the famous chemical compound dirty H2O. I'm not going to get into who do I remember the easiest and who do I not remember. I don't know. I mean, some people are really totally, absolutely unforgettable. There's not too many people that will come into the shop that, compared to the young man from Ireland one day. He was here in Japan. I had never seen him before. He was a YouTube viewer. He came in. He gave me his name, which I do remember. And he said he was from Ireland. And the reason he was in Japan was he was in Japan for the landing of the space lunar lander that he had helped build. And that, my jaw just hit the floor on that one. So somebody who was building a lunar lander had come and visited us. He gave me a mission patch from the mission, which I still treasure downstairs. You might remember that one. So the lander, unfortunately, landed, didn't land in one piece, but not specifically his fault, I guess. I don't know. But, it was great. I'll never forget it. I banned his ears so far, I wouldn't let him get out of the shop. I had a zillion questions. He'll never come back, probably. So this is impolite now. I'm sorry. It's like, math guy, I don't remember you, but I did remember the other person. Oh wait, there's one more. Just a minute. Dr. Naturalist. I remember you guys, of course. You're an unforgettable couple. Wait. I got to be careful because I'm going to insult people that I don't remember. Dr. Naturalist here. My God, I remember you, of course. And I'll be probably signing your. When are you up for a certificate? I don't remember. I'm sorry. You guys, I remember absolutely. Last time you were here, Mr. Naturalist, yeah. We had a good talk, or I insulted you, I don't remember. Talking about affirmative action, right? No. Some people are okay. Yeah, I gave him a thinned out moon print, yes. And I don't know if they used it because their second lander also totaled on the moon. Their second lander, he wasn't involved with the second one. He left the company after the first one. But I wrote to them about the experience, and I gave them a thin moon print, and I don't know if they used it or not, but their second lander also didn't quite make it. We're talking about iSpace, the company, small I, large S, iSpace. You're coming back in August. Okay. See if I can remember you when you walk in the door. So, back to Japan again. Got no place better to go. So it's a misnomer calling it a lunar lander. Well, it did land. It got to the surface, but rather faster than they had planned. The noise outside is the vacuum cleaner from the hotel across the street. This is the dangerous point for oil. Now, I just put oil on the thing. So there's loose oil here and there. This is dangerous. That's probably what happened last time. A new challenge, what to wear or to say to make Dave remember you. This is a dangerous conversation, please. No, it's also a question of repetition. The gentleman here calling himself Dr. Naturalist. We met first in Toronto. They don't live in Toronto. They lived in a nearby American town, but they had driven up to Toronto to see the event. I was part of an event. I don't remember the instigation. I think maybe I was part of the Toronto Film Festival for that year. But also, while I was in town, something had been set up for me by the Japanese Embassy at the Royal Ontario Museum. I was doing some kind of demonstration, whatever. There's a bench there and a table there, and Dave's making woodblock prints as a demo. And Dr. Naturalist and his partner, they were living in America. They actually drove up to Canada to say hello. Boy, Johnson, what are you doing? Talking about Mount Fuji in a dress shirt and whatever. There's people dying already on Mount Fuji from bad clothing preparation and stuff this year. There's already fatalities. So John's comment here about climbing Mount Fuji with no oxygen. They don't use oxygen, but a dress shirt and his bow tie and in your night slippers or something, whatever. People are dying up there because of poor preparation. So be careful what you promote here, Johnson. Yeah, he made it, but people read this and think, oh, it's okay, it's just a little bump, it's not a real mountain like Everest or something. People die up there, and they have already started dying this year. I think last year there was 20 something. It's a big deal. It's a big, big deal. There we are so far. I guess we're halfway through now. We've done black, blue, blue, brown, brown, green. We've done 6. There's 4 left to take it from this stage to this stage. There's 4 more colors to go. As usual, the brighter ones, the blue ones, the orange here, the sky brightness, those are coming later. So we've got a bunch of base tones that fill it in, and then boom, on top comes the colorful stuff. When will I be finished? It's Thursday. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. How's our time? Nearly 9 o'clock. We've got just the first 25 sheets are finished. Very slow pace here. I've got to finish this color before the guest comes today. Okay, 1/4 of the way through the batch. Because I keep opening and closing the pack here, we've got the in stack. I open it, pull the paper out, close it. Open it, pull the paper out, close it. The front edge of the newspaper gets dry. So just now pulling the newspaper sheet across to the side one, I've just slapped some water on the front of it. Over the next hour or so, that will smooth out. And if I keep it basically in balance, we're good to go. The back sides of this newspaper, the ones hidden inside the plastic bag, they will hold their moisture. How's our focus today? It seems, is it okay? Are we holding? Don't touch the thing. My God, it's one of those. This is the deal about consumer cameras. The connectors are just awful. Professional equipment, audio cameras goes chunk. Consumer stuff just sits there with a little wiggly plug. Focus has been good, as we would expect. On the outside camera, it shouldn't have any focus problems. Is the outside camera happy? Yeah, I guess it found its focus and just sits there, I guess. Okay, we'll try this then for a while. I'm not so confident about the connector for this camera. No ninja flags. They should be coming soon, I guess. Keep your eye out for them. Are Woodblock prints different in comparison to Inkjet prints? Well, yes. The one that isn't finished here, even it's hard maybe to find some light. They are different. They are so different it's impossible to whatever. If someone, can someone pop a link here for this person that's asking about Inkjet prints? Pop a link to the Mokuhankan collection, please. Mokuhankan collection. If you browse there, just a few random images in the Mokuhankan collection, look at them close up. I hope you have a computer rather than a phone. If you spend a few minutes in our collection site, this will give you an idea about what's going on. why we do this as compared with inkjet prints. That's the easiest place for you to see. Browse some of the prints there. Smaller prints, larger prints, it doesn't matter. And the best resolution and the largest monitor you can arrange. And that will give you your answer. Or one part of the answer anyway. Prints are tactile objects. They're not just pictures. If all you want is the image data, then yes, a glass screen or an inkjet print will do fine. But our prints are actually tactile objects that have more depth and feeling and mood and history than your typical inkjet print. So please explore over there. Human curiosity, you got your share certificate. I don't know your name to match up, I'm sorry. We don't need to do that here, I guess. Thank you very much. Thank you for the support, sir. Sir, oops. Person. Don't know. Oh, oh, it's Ayumi-san. The long missing Ayumi-san. まだ生きてる。
まだいや来ましたよ。
今日黄色い点ないんですか？
あ、そう今日はそうか。今日はもう到底する。
熱ですか？何があった？
扁桃腺。扁桃腺。
今ライブですから大丈夫？わかんない。意味わかんない。
扁桃腺、喉の。
喉。
扁桃腺って場所が私よく腫れるんですよ。疲れてると。
そうか。
最近ちょっと忙しかった。
This is Ayumi-san, and she's back. Good thing her paper's out. No, I did. She sent me an email last night saying I'll be there tomorrow. So. She has 3 days of work to catch up in one day. じゃあ今日3日分。
じゃあデイビッドさんこれから何日分するんだっけ？もうデイビッドさんの方が進んでる。
じゃあ今日何DF ですか？
DF ですよ。
じゃあイータのブッキング。
いや多分大丈夫じゃないですか。
僕は
重ねがないから。
僕は午後やらないです。
あ、午後やらない。
なぜか客が来る。
はい。
じゃあどうする？もう。
大丈夫ですよ。私次空なんで。
空といえばもういっぱいいますでしょ。線？
次がここ。
ベース。OK、僕順番変えたんですね。入れた？
入れた。
じゃあその次はこのものですね。いいよ、使って。
あると思う。
OK。新橋プラスちょっとだけ群青。薄く。それからもう一つ途中でもう一つありますよ。
これでも美愛新橋って書いてあるかな。
そうすると最後の群青ですが、ここまででしょ。糸は一緒です。
一緒ですね。
ちょっとやりにくいみたいかな。これです。糸一緒ですが、ここまではないです。
でも多分これ私が作ったけど、そんななんかあんま考えないでやったよ。なんとなくその辺ぐらいかなって
薄いですから大丈夫かな。
そうそうそう、
OK
あんまり
OK おと紙ですが、動作具合は悪くはないんですが、間に動作全然引いてないもの。
そうあるよね、なんかね。
一枚があるみたいよ。I didn't mention this to you, but when I was doing the sizing, it went smoothly, went very well. But in this batch now, I think I've got 3. 僕は3枚が入ってます。
なんか私裏が結構取れちゃう。
だけど本当に全然動作が入ってないもの。ふわふわふわ
前、いやわかんない。私まだそこまで入れてないからあれなのかもしれないけど、後ろは結構剥がれちゃうのとかもあったけど、まあそれももちろん使ってるけど、なんかまだ。
The same thing. The dosa is a little weak, absolutely. The dosa is weak. So now that she's back and working, she'll be here today and tomorrow. We have to figure out what blocks, because all the blocks, of course, are carved on both sides. So it could have been that today she wanted to do this one. As it happens, that's not her plan. But we have to think about this from now on. What am I going to do tomorrow? What's she going to do tomorrow? And see if we can work through without using the same block. Someone's talking about my hair again. What is my secret? There is indeed a secret. If you want hair like mine, choose your parents carefully. Keigo. No, we don't have Keigo here. We're just chatting with each other. There's no Keigo. I'm not the boss. It's not quite as informal as a family, but it's in between. The hair thing, whatever, it's after nothing. I don't do anything. I don't treat the hair. I cut it when it gets a bit too long. It's too long now. It needs to be cut. The lady cuts it. There's no treatments. There's no nothing. I don't ever. I don't have one. I don't use a dryer. Ever. The only time it gets dried is when the lady who cuts it, she comes close with a dryer and I say, back off, lady. And she says, come on, just a minute. And I say, back off, lady. And she puts a little bit on there. I don't want you walking outside looking like this. The neighbors will be upset. So she gives me a 15, 20 seconds of the drying thing. That's the only time ever. I just don't do anything. I said it's just jeans. There's nothing to say. Winter, summer, whatever. I don't do anything. What kind of water have we got here? No idea. The pool here, it's interesting. I know the pool is fairly new. The last 4 years I've been going there. It doesn't seem to make much difference. There's no chemical smell at this pool. It's interesting. If I remember going to different pools when I was younger, the YMCA or whatever, you walk in the building and man, it's like going into a hospital or something. The pool I'm going to now, there's no, literally, I'm pretty good at this and I can't smell anything. There's no nothing. At the end of each week, I throw my towel and my swimsuit and my cap into the laundry so it gets washed once a week. But I don't wash my stuff every day. And there is actually too quite a bit in our pool at the fitness center. There's a fair amount of stuff that starts growing in there every now and then. There's this sort of a mold, a greenish mold. It's come back again now because we're in July. There's a green mold that starts growing inside the water. And they will let it go for a while, and then one morning we'll come and it'll do pika 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 because they've got some sort of vacuum cleaner that goes through the water, sucking it up. But the water is a bit moldy. Moldy, I mean like algae or something like that. And it doesn't smell. And I'm happy with this. I would rather have a pool water that is not heavy. Oh, Ami-san, ごめん。ここでやりますよ。今使ってね。はい。今タバコ払う。
私ベタが欲しいから。
じゃあこのものちょっと入れてください。さっきのアミさんと話した後、今いろんなコメント入ってますから、一人が全然彼女は全然敬語を使ってないね。
そうですね。私デビッドさんの娘なんで。違う。
でも面白いでしょ。まあ普通の会社、家族じゃないんですが、敬語じゃない、その間かな。
普通の会社が
あれの、この会社は、普通の会社はそのものですか？いろん
な会社あるから、私はあんまり気にしないところもあるかもしれない。
でも家族と一緒に話すものよりちょっとアップですね。
まあそれはそうですね。そこまではやっぱりだけど。
でも敬語まで使う。だけどいくつかのステップでしょ。bottom step
場所とあれによりますよね。それこそだから。
誰が入ったとか。
そうテレビの取材とか。
もちろん。他の人がいる間とか誰もいないとか。It's confusing. It's mixed. You know, the language she and I would speak is just sort of about as neutral as you can get. It's not overly familiar. She would speak to her own kids or her husband or her high school friends at a not lower, just a different, more casual level. This is sort of これは average でしょ。平面 neutral でしょ。今私たちが話している日本語でしょ。あゆみさんと高校生の友達とか家族とか。
それはもっと
いや低いと言えないんですが、カジュアルそう。今はもうアップじゃない下じゃない。
別にだからデビッドさんを敬ってないってわけで敬語を使ってないからってそういうわけではないけど。
We don't have this mood. It would be bizarre for staff to speak to me with Keigo. Just would be, my God, just no. I don't want this. They don't want this. Nobody wants this. Well, that word sensei, that word is banned in this building, you know. Whatever, business casual, I guess. This I can't tell you, you know. Also, too, remember, they're speaking to a guy whose Japanese is absolutely a lower level than theirs, and they know. I will sometimes, what did she say? So they're not. This is not baby talk. They're not speaking to me with baby talk, not at all. We just chat normally, but they know that they've got to keep things fairly casual and fairly simple, so that I can understand what's going on. You know, business casual, maybe. not business casual, just friends casual. You couldn't put in business. There's so many specific words you have to use in business language. I don't even know most of them. But you heard a laugh, you know, the idea. Casual, casual.いや、先日僕は店の外に立ってますから、ある男性、まあ、僕と同じ60、70年代の人、じいちゃん、おじさん、日本人、やっぱり奥さんと話して、人間と話してるからひどい、
すごい言ってた、
ひどいですよ。アミさんの旦那はそうかまで誰もいない間に
言わない
I don't know 怒ってる。そうするとじゃあまだ若いから60、70になってから違うんです。
逆じゃないですか。そういう環境だったから。
逆さじゃない、ただの
年代でないの。昔のそういう時代だったから、だって昔の人そんな女の人になんとかってないでしょ。バーって。
Shit, show and tell. I'm supposed to be working. I haven't got anything done today. It's already finishing time. It's all your fault. Okay, we have a big thing today for show and tell. A big thing. We have a big thing for show and tell. I mean physically big. I don't mean big. Oh, that's as far out as we go. This camera doesn't have anywhere near as wide a field of view as the other one. Whew, that may be a problem. Okay, let's try this. Kyono Junbi exercise. How can I get in here? Can you pass me a knife, please, Ami-san? Thank you.
見本とかって。
これは見本か。私がわかんない。今ちょっととりあえず。
なんか入れたでっかいファイルなかったですか？私なんか。この
なんかあれの。僕はそれしか持ってない。
これこの中から取った。わ
かんない。
なんかでもこれ
違う
これじゃない。これなんか点がついてたんですよ。
そうですね。
そうやれなかった。
そうやれからでしょ。ここにありません。ないです。この探してくださいか。白いファイルに。
さっき私ここにずっと入れてたけど。
点あったんでしょ。
そうなんかもう確実にやれだなっていうのだったから。
No, that's all I have. I don't have anything else. We've got to get this package going. People are waiting. Okay, we have some Japanese practice here. This is Taikan, a famous painter, Yokoyama Taikan. And this is the title, and I'm really struggling. This is Shoki Hoko, and I have no idea what this means. Ami-san, imi wakarimasu ka? Kore. Shoki Hoko. 絵の名前ですよ。
字が読めない、そもそも。
How do we get into it? 日本画の絵のタイトルですよ。
全然わかんない。
Boxes inside boxes inside boxes. We got the usual finger push at one end, and we have an opening at the other end. And this is not a painting, this is a woodblock print made from a painting by Yokoyama Taikan. The title of which I guess would be Taikan. Same thing, here we are. Shoki Hoko. Hiko, hikari でしょ? Getting closer. Oh, it's paper wrapped. Oh. Nanda. Oh, Sadako's got it. Shoki Hoko, but I don't know what this means. I'll never get it wrapped up again. Doesn't matter. Yosh, okay, what's the best way to do this? Best way to do it might be here. I'll never get it wrapped up. Never. Okay, looking at the woodblock print, I don't know who made it. I am hoping there will be more information. Oh, there is. There's information inside the packaging. Nothing, it doesn't tell us who made it. We have the same thing. We have Yokoyama Taikan, and yeah, there's the same kanji. Shoki Hoko. And it says Mokuhankan, and it says limited edition of how many? 158 copies. This is number 158. Let's have a look. Finally, we're almost out of time. Are we there yet? Here we go. This is the actual print. Oh, look at this. Oh. This is the print itself. I should maybe back off. One sec. Can't manipulate the cameras from back here. I also can't see the print. Whoa, look at this. Mokuhankan ですね. It's so big I can't get close to it to see what's going on. And there's no information. 彫師、数理師の名前全くわからない。
掛け軸とかだともうそういうのない。
でもいや、よくボックスの中にありますから。よくある大倉半兵衛、堀中条先生、すりとか。Look at this. We have gold at the top here. Gold printing, imitation of gold print. This is insane. This is insane. How many blocks? How many? I can't put it down. Just a minute. I am running out of space here. If I can't put it down on my desk, let's see. Okay, let's do it so I can slide over. Pointing the camera down. Here we go. Okay. Okay, I got this a week or so ago on Yahoo Auctions, and this is a story. I'm sorry. You're going to. Here's the auction. Look at this? My God, we have kasure bori. Look at this all over the place here. We have carving done in imitation of brush strokes, like we used to do in the Meiji era. So you can see all the carving of the lines to make it look like brush strokes. How many gradations? No idea. How many gradations in the clouds? It's many opaque pigments here. A lot of the white you're seeing here, this is different from our normal printing. White to us would be leftover paper. This white area is a block carved and then printed with a gradation at the bottom. Here's another one. 1, 2. These white areas are printed on top, not paper left over. I have no idea what the title means. Shoki Hoko. I haven't a clue what that means. I think it's some sort of alliterative meaning, like infinity or something like this. I don't know. Was it made with one giant key block? There's no key block here per se. When we talk about key blocks in a print, we're talking about a print that carries a block that carries the outlines for everything. There's no key block here. They would have taken the painting, made a photographic type transfer of it, and then they would have traced on top of the painting block decisions. We need a block for the dark black. We need a block for the medium gray. We need a block for this shape. And they would have traced on top of that. So there's no key block. Look at this distant. Is it water or is it mountains? You tell me. Look at this. It looks like water. Nanda. What a fabulous, fabulous work. This also isn't all that old. I noticed when we opened that box here a minute ago, where was it? The label here, it mentions Heisei. Yami-san, ちょっといいですか? Heisei. I can't read and hold everything. ラベルの下、Heisei出版? 何? 平成出版販売株式会社だった。会社の名前じゃないですか。I guess so. But the Heisei era started in 1989. So we're talking about this block, this print will be in the 1990s, I guess, that sort of thing. And they've used super high quality silk and stuff for the outside. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let me try and get the whole thing. Let's do this. If I put this camera up, one sec, let's try this. Hey, go through. どうぞどうぞ。Spectacular. 本当に spectacular. すごい。ヤフオクでいくらと思った？と思う。5500円。You know the routine. そう。ぴったりしょなんだけど。ニアピン色。そう。I can't hang it up. Fabulous. Fabulous. But I wish I knew who made it. 堀市、摺師の名前、全くわかりません。何も書いてない。Okay. Thank you. This is not going in the shop. This is, of course, staying in our collection. If we got another one, if I happen to find another one, we'll put that in the shop. But this one is staying for me, staying in our collection, of course. Okay, thank you very much. I'm sorry, I don't have more information on that. I know nothing. I saw it. bid on it, and we've got it. I have no more information about who made it or what it is or anything. My guess would be Ogura Hanbei. It might be published by Momose, the team who made it, which would be Nakajo-san would be the printer, but I don't know. Thank you very much. Okay, today's plan for me now. This is Thursday. I will be printing the rest of this morning. This afternoon I'm spending with a printer guest who is visiting. I'll be back printing Friday. Saturday stream will certainly, as well as next Monday stream, will certainly be more printing streams as I move forward with this print. Thank you very much for joining us. Let's put the outside camera back up. Sunshine, sunshine. The Ninja Boys have arrived. I see no bicycle or motorcycle. A windy, breezy day. エアコン必要ないでしょ、今日。
欲しいっす。なんかそっちはさ、風通るんですけど、私の方
Open the window!
通らないし、ここ手元がすぐもう風で乾いちゃうから。
She's complaining. There's a beautiful breeze coming in here. She wants the air conditioner on. Give me a break. Give me a break.
いやだってこここんだけ通っちゃって乾いちゃうんですけど板が。
Well, do this. Look.
それやったら暑いじゃん。
Okay, I gotta get out of here. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on Saturday morning, Friday night for you. Thanks very much. I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now. 3, 2, 1. Bye for now.